Hey, you remember the last time Chris Signal dealt with Cybermen?
This building belongs to me now. You will all be deleted.
Well, this time it was better. Doctor Who, Ascension of the Cybermen. The episode starts with the Doctor coming to save the last of humanity that she destroyed with her decision in the previous episode, and there are only 7 survivors remaining on Earth. When the previous episode finished, I was kind of expecting she would travel to the beginning of the Cyberman invasion to stop them. Instead, she's somewhere at the end, where both fractions, both humans and Cybermen, have annihilated each other. Because, I don't know, really. It's a similar to an episode. So, would you expect any rhyme, reason, or good writing? I wouldn't. We have the Doctor and the companions meet some of the survivors, those 7 unfortunate souls that are the current survivors of the human race. And we get, of course, some currentism because we have current issues. We get some allusions to the refugee crisis because the survivors say, "We're common folks, I was teacher, we're refugees." And then some Cybermen head, like drones, come and attack them. And there is a cool battle scene there. And we know why episode 3 was missing so much special effects, why it was so cheap. It was because all the money from this episode went in this one. So the production values are great. The action feels kind of flat, to be honest, but at least they tried. I mean, it's a BBC production, so I wouldn't expect amazing special effects, and there were some explosions and sort of stuff, some chases. It was kind of fun. Kind of. And while there is this Cyberman attack, the fam splits. Then some stuff happen, and they all travel separately to a safe place, to a barrier that leads to another universe where they'll save from Cybermen, and they will escape the cyber genocide. And towards the end, there is a great part at a derelict Cyberman ship, and there is this amazing music theme that kind of reminds me of Mick Gordon's music from 2016. You know, one of his techno tracks. I cannot recall which one, but it was great. I really like this one. It was not porno music like episode 7. You know, this part on the Cyberman ship towards the end is great. It's the best part of the episode for me. It it has some great scenes. Of course, we have the lone Cyberman as the antagonist, who is very enigmatic. We learn nothing about him. And after all this action, all this amazing scene in the Cyberman spaceship, we get to a cliffhanger. Because we have to watch episode 10, because we're so invested by this episode, we really need to watch what happens next. Also, we get some flashbacks to a police officer that are not quite explained. And, because we get to a cliffhanger and it never ties to the other 2 plots. Actually, the one plot, the humans trying to escape Cybermen. Yeah, nothing is explained in this episode. We have more and more questions pop up, and then at the end we have cliffhanger because those questions, along with questions from the rest of the series, like what's the deal with the Endless Child, who is Ruth, Doctor 2 from episode 5, and all this kind of stuff, are not answered, and we expect they'll be answered in the next 45 minutes of this season. And I mean, okay, a good writer can do that, but we're talking about Chris Signal, so I doubt he'll be able to, and I have a nagging suspicion that the 12th season is going to end in a cliffhanger for season 13. Overall, I think that for the last 2 or 3 episodes, this one and the two previous, the show seems to be finding its groove. I think that yes, this episode was goodish, but very boring. It was very flat, very drawn out, and it was like it was filler to get us to the final episode. It felt like I don't know what the next episode will be, but it feels like it was a 60-minute episode that was padded out to 90 minutes or so, or even less than 60 minutes. Maybe it was 50 minutes long, and they padded it to two-parter. Yes, it was goodies, but it was boring, and goodies is high praise for a Simnal episode because he sucks. We know that. The companions have their moments. The fact that we have the fam split and they follow different characters from this episode. Again, too many characters is a problem for this incarnation of Doctor Who. It's very hard to follow who is who, and that's not quite working for me. I don't know how other people feel. I think that this episode was a great promise for a finale, but it was more tease than delivery, and I'm not as enthusiastic as some people are in their reviews that it was the best episode in the season. I think it was decent, and if they can keep this quality for the next episode, yes, we'll have a good season finale. But Doctor Who episodes tend to fall in their face in episode 2 after an interesting opening of a two-parter, and I don't know, it was so. If unless they do a splendid second part, I can't see the finale being awesome and mind blowing and as praiseworthy as other episodes. There are some interesting elements, but again, they're ruined by very flat direction and writing that is not quite comfortable in science fiction. That's a common thread for this season of Doctor Who. It's not good sci-fi. I would love to hear your opinions, and if you have a different opinion, love to hear about it. You can like this video, subscribe if you like the channel, leave a comment, and I'll see you soon on a video. Thank you for watching.